Doing an introduction to Word 2016. Very much the same as previous versions, a few enhancements. I have a file open called The Ballad of Lizzie Borden, and you do see a few new things in the 2016 with double blue underlines. We'll get to that in a minute. We see 40 is misspelled. I can right click. I can also go to spell check here and do this. I can right click here, gentlemen of the jury, capital E here. And she didn't give her parents 40 whales, she gave them 40 whacks. You double click, you highlight the word. And then when you see the 41 with the double blue underline, right click, they want 40-1. And then to this day, I click in here, they want a comma. And then peers, homonym, it's P-E-E-R-S. I could even right click or do it. You do need to proofread. If English is your second language, I would suggest, depending on your second knowledge experience, as more dependable than what you're getting in Word, okay? It depends on the person and your skill level. But you do need to proofread. If I want to add a sentence here, I'm going to say, her sister Mildred was quite mortified and nearly fainted. Period, two space. You can see the text goes to the line below. It's called word wrap. Now, you're going to do some edits in here. I want this sentence moved, okay? To do that, I'm going to show you a very cool trick. Put your mouse inside the Mildred sentence, control left click. I just click and drag next to the W and when. I could do a cut and a paste. You get that little smart tag. I'm just going to delete it for now. What I'm going to do, let's say we want to put a title here. I hit the enter key a couple of times. Hit the up arrow key. The Ballad of Lizzie Borden. I want it centered. I'm on the home tab. Click here. I want to make it bigger. I highlight the whole thing. You can make 16, or you can click in this little A here, increase font size. So I made it 16 point. I want to change the font. I want to stand out a little bit with another style. I click next to the Arial. I could choose anything I want. I'll do Cooper Standard. I want to make it a color. Let's say I want a bright orange. And let's say I want to put, I'm doing the term paper. And I say, by Alan Weaver. We got that in here. A couple more things we're going to do. We want to put a picture in here, okay? Other thing too we want to do, the teacher said, I want this double spaced. We highlight this text here. We go up here, click on the 2.0. It shows different types of spacing. Make it really big spacing. Let's do double space. And we want to illustrate our paper. When you do in 2016, they don't have the clip art anymore. I'm going to go into this right now. Insert. Online pictures. This is clip art. I go into Bing. AXE. I want a picture of an axe. I search. It shows a bunch of axes here. So I just click on here, check it off, insert. This is really big. I want to make it smaller. When you have the picture there, you see a lot of dots there. You work in the corners or you distort. I could pull it in, make it smaller. However, let's say I want to make it precisely 2 inches wide. I'm on the Format tab here. I click inside here and I just type in a 2. It's much smaller. I want the text to the right of the paragraph. To do that, we click on Wrap Text. I typically use square. I want it to the right. Now watch this as I click. I pull this over. You get the green line at the right. I pull up or down. You're going to see a green line going across. Not shown at this time. Some usually does. If I pull it back to here, it means it's even with the margin. And I would say position it so it fits in there. and I make it a little smaller. It's next to that paragraph. It's within the margin. Next thing I want to talk about, if you want to get a graphic in here, and I'm talking about copying from the internet, okay? And I will make a caveat. Make sure you have, you're not doing this for commercial purposes. You could be breaking copyright. So if I go into here, I'm on Google.com. I click on images, and I go in here and I type in Lizzie Borden. It gives me the autofill. I'm going to click on Lizzie Borden. I want a picture of her. And there's lots and lots of pictures here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this one here. And then if I right click inside here, I can copy the image. Right click, copy. Go back into here. I click before to this day. I paste Control or Command V Velcro. You got the picture? Again, we have it smaller. I'll make it a little bit smaller. And then I click on the format. I could also wrap text square or right click inside here, square. I want it to the left of the paragraph. Now we're getting that green line there, showing the top of the paragraph. You can do other special effects here. For example, I click on this thing here. I'll make it a little smaller. And then I can put like a border around this. Shows different ones here. And let's say I like that. And let's say I want to make the color another different color here. I can make it green, red, orange. I could do into picture effects here. I could make it glow. If I don't like it, I undo. A lot of things you can do with this, okay? Next thing here, I'm going to hit the enter key a couple of times here. I'm going to go back into the internet here. I'm going to visit the page. There's some text in here, okay? And I want to show you some stuff here. We've got this information in here. Let's say I need this paragraph. I'm going to go into here, click and just drag down through here. I can right click and copy. Go back into here, paste. You can see the font is not matching. This is the smart tag. Keep text only. Merge formatting, which will work. And that here, source formatting. I'm going to go into the middle one. This is keeping the link in here, okay? It is merging the formatting here. You've got the Arial in here. If I hold down the control and click, it will control left click here. It cannot find, it's that, couldn't be found. That's very interesting. Trying it one more time. Not working, but watch this. I'm on the website here. It actually is working over here. For some reason, it should have worked in here. But if I don't want this text here, let's say I don't want the thing here, I just right click here. I could left click on remove hyperlink. I actually want to remove that line. This should have worked, okay? So I'm just saying links don't always work, okay? And I don't want this. Period. Next thing I want to do here. I want to put a footnote here, okay? And I could just say, I would put after the thing here a footnote. Watch this. I go into here. This is the page. I click up in the URL area at the very top, the website name, copy. What I'm going to do now, I want to do a footnote. I click on references, insert footnote. That goes at the bottom of the page. I paste. If I hit the space bar, the link will work. Now watch this. I'm closing out the internet now. I'm going to save my page. Control S. Control click. And now I'm back in that website. It's working now. Other thing too I want to talk about, and I will finish this short tutorial. you're doing a term paper, you just want your name on the first page, page numbers on the second and third pages if there are something in there. But I want to just go here and add a little bit more data to this, okay? So I'm in here. It's showing all this information about this. I'm going to click inside here. Going to this link because I want to show you several pages. Okay, and we go into this thing here. There's not a lot of text here. What I'm going to do, watch this, in here. I'm getting a lot of stuff here. I'm going to go into Wikipedia. And I can just go into here, and I'm going to take a few paragraphs here. So let's say we want that. Copy, Control C, go to the end, Control V. Now I want the text to match. Keep text only. Use destination styles. Merge formatting. So if we look at this stuff here, we have several pages here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put a page break. If you're doing a page break, you want to insert it. And to do that, we're going to be doing page numbering. And we're going to get a little advanced with this here. We're going to use a section break here. We're going to have several sheets of paper. The first sheet of paper is not going to have a page number. Second, third, and fourth will have a page number. It will start as page 1. I'm on the Home tab. I click on the P here to shut off, turn on the paragraph markers. Whenever you hit the Enter key, you get these little P's. When you hit the space bar, you get a dot. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to do a section break. And it's actually pretty easy. You go into Layout, Breaks, Section Break, Next Page. And what it is here, this is Section 1. This is Section 2. If you look in the lower left-hand corner, it says Section 2, Page 2 of 4. What I want to do is I want to do a footer. Pretty easy, okay? But you don't want a footer on the first page. So I'm on the second sheet here. I click on Insert. I say Footer. You have a whole bunch of styles. And let's just say I want a blank one here, where it says Type here. I'm not going to do any typing yet. I'm in this toolbar here. What it is, if you see here, see how it says same as previous, link to previous. We don't want it linked to the previous footer. So what we do in this case here, we break the link. And then I'm going to delete the text in here. I just want to put in the page number. And I'm not, if I type in page, and I want to put the number here, I go up to the top here, page number. Do you see where it says, there's a lot of ways to do this. I'm doing this the simplest, easiest way. Current position, plain number. It's saying page 2. I want this to be the first page. I click on this 2. I right click inside here. Then you go to Format Page Numbers. I want this to start as page number 1. I say OK. I'm in the header and footer. I can click in here and then or double click in the sheet, but I want the thing centered. Control E centers. I double click here. Now we're going to have a little situation here. I'm going to scroll up. I'm in the footer here. That left the data in here. You don't want type here showing there. I just double click. Takes you into the footer. I close out of this. Now I'm going to do a couple of print previews. This is the first one. This is page 1. This is page 2, but it's saying page 1 here. And if I want to shrink this down, I click on the minus a few times. So I have the 4 sheets of paper there. Next thing too, I'm going to show you with the section. Cool thing here. What I want to do, I want to center the top page. Well, I'm going to hit the escape key. I want what's in this first page here centered vertically. You don't need to hit the Enter key automatically. I also want to set margins for this document. So we're going to click on Layout. I'm going to go into Margins. I'm going to go into Custom Margins at this point. 1/2 inch top, bottom. I want 1 1/4 left and right. I can literally tab through it, hit the Enter key. Let's keep it portrait. And what it's going to do, it's going to reformat everything that you have here. I scroll down here. When you change margins, sometimes it messes up where the graphics are. But we still have 4 sheets of paper here. I want this centered at the top. I'm on the Layout tab. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Page Setup here. It shows Margins, Paper, Layout. I talked about that. Portrait, Landscape, Vertical versus Horizontal. Paper, we typically do letter size paper. Last one, Layout here. A lot of things you can do in here. Doing this as an intro, I want this centered on the center vertically. And it's just saying this section. I could also say this point forward. Let's just keep it, or the whole document. It's just this section. I say OK. Now I do a print preview. You get that when you do Control P. It is showing this centered here. Everything is fine through here on the Word document.